Miami commissioners canceled their elections to give themselves another year in office. This cannot be legal. This cannot be legal. That's not how this country works. Everybody's just power grabbing now.
Good afternoon. Commissioner Pardo, while I appreciate the effort at reform and I do support lifetime term limits in RE19, you should not unilaterally cancel this year's election and give yourselves an extra year in office per FR4. Commissioner Rosado, you were just campaigning, knocking on doors. You probably spoke to hundreds, if not thousands of voters, right? How many of them said to you the very first thing you should do on your very first meeting is to cancel the election and extend your own term a year longer than we're electing for? I'm guessing not one. Nobody thought of it because nobody actually wants it. It's not only a bad look, it is profoundly unethical to gift yourselves this personal and political benefit. For anyone who says this will save money, you guys waste so much money. If there's one thing voters want you to spend money on, it's elections. Invest in our democracy. So please send this issue, if it's so popular, to voters for a referendum.
We've got some breaking news to tell you about now. In a controversial move, the city of Miami has canceled the November election, postponing it until 2026.
Yeah, there's been debate on whether or not this move is even legal.
And the controversial vote is with less than 5 months before Election Day, when voters were set to elect a new mayor and new city commissioners.
All in favor?
Oh, yeah, they weren't going to win their elections. They knew it.
The motion passes 3-2.
The polling and the writing had to be on the wall. They had to know they were finna lose. And then they voted 3-2. This is sick. These are some sick individuals, some sick people.
With Commissioner Corroyo and Commissioner Cabela voting no.
Now the term of commissioners and the mayor will be extended by 1 year without voter approval.
And Florida's Attorney General, he's not having any of it, sending this blistering letter to the mayor and commissioners Wednesday, arguing that based on his interpretation of Miami's charter, the county charter, and state constitution, moving the date of elections without a public vote on the issue is unconstitutional.
If you nevertheless move forward with the proposed ordinance, my office reserves the right to consider taking all available actions to prevent this violations of law from occurring.
Not only do I believe that it's illegal, but even if it weren't, it's morally wrong.
Commissioner Joe Corroyo is against it, despite getting to hold his seat for another year.
The voters voted for all of us for 4 years, not 5. If they wanted to make a change, they should have brought it up to the voters.
Facts. Hey, this dude, since let's see, yeah,
this violations of law from occurring.
Not only do
okay, so he just commissioner. He doesn't say it's political leaning anyway. Like,
5.
look,
If they wanted to make a
I don't
change,
care what his
they should
political
have brought
leaning
it up
is.
to the voters.
I don't care what his political leaning is. Right is right and wrong is wrong. Period. Dot. Right is right and wrong is wrong. We have a democracy, a representative democracy, which is called a republic for people that have not studied. These type of things cannot be allowed to happen on any level, state, federal, local, on no level. As an American citizen, it is your right to hold your public officials accountable and make sure they do not trample on your rights. They had a right to go vote on that particular date in which was so ordained, and they need to be able to do it. The people of Miami, y'all need to be able to do that. Period. Dot. And I'll check back with this story because I want to know. I want to know what ends up happening. I'm gonna check back with this. I want to know what happened for sure. I have to know. I have to know what's going on. But oh my God. Why did they do it? Like, I'm really fascinated on how did you think you were going to get away with it? How did you think? And the mayor sits on the commissioner board, right? So I'm like, how did you think you were going to do that? How? He must have seen he was about to lose. And they must have been about to lose too. You know what I'm saying? And the people that voted no must have been about to win and keep their seats. That's crazy. That's crazy. But I mean, we learned the same lesson in LA when we had that issue happen with our commissioners over here in California. LA had the same thing happen. They were being corrupt. So, you know what I'm saying? Again, hold your local officials accountable and when it comes time to do it, vote them up out of there. Anyway, this has been a great stream. Catch y'all later.